Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us on Women Have Needs Too. Women have needs too. Right now, I need a breakthrough. Today, we're with Nina Dali, all the way from London. Thank you, Nina, for being here. And she has gone from breakup to breakthrough. And I know there's some women out there who've been through a breakup, whether it be a personal breakup, a work or business relationship breakup, but breakups in general are not fun. And we're going to talk to Nina about her transition from breakup to breakthrough. And Nina, I'm so excited to talk to you today. You're just a dynamic woman. And I read Nina's story, and I contacted her and I said, I have to have you on my show. Your transparency is beautiful, and the breakthrough story is a relevant story, and a story that so many women need to hear. And I just want to thank you today for being transparent and being willing to share your story and your heartbreak, because a lot of times those aren't easy things to talk about. So thank you.
Thanks for having me. No, thanks for having me. I appreciate.
So let's start with the nitty gritty. How long ago was this breakup?
So yeah, I would say 9 months altogether.
9 months ago?
No, so breakup happened a year ago.
Okay.
A year ago. And then, yeah, I would say I needed like 9 months to, recover, to heal. But for like 5 months was really bad. Was really bad.
Did you cry every day?
Oh yeah, I cried a lot. I cried a lot.
Yeah.
I still don't understand where all these tears were coming. Like I cried a lot.
All the emotion, right? I remember a bad breakup of mine. Yeah, I cried myself to sleep almost every day.
Yeah, me too. But I knew something.
And
Every
then I
time
woke
I
up
cried.
crying too.
Yeah, me too. But I knew something, that every time I cried, I was closer to heal my heart.
It's true. You have to get those tears out and that emotion out, and it's hard to, just cut yourself off from that emotion. It's something that you do need to just work through and go through the process, right?
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
So how did you get from, because I know we have some parallels with our story from breakup and the transition to the breakthrough. And the breakthrough is so magnanimous and
Powerful.
powerful, but there was a long way and a long time and a lot of energy and a lot of heartbreak to actually get through that point. It's not something that just happens overnight. It is, one more tear, Let's talk about that.
Yeah, so let's say, okay, so I would say for first 3 months, I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat. Actually, I couldn't sleep for 5 months, but I couldn't eat. I lost so much weight. I couldn't work. I couldn't even get out of my bed.
Yeah.
I didn't see the light at the end of the tunnel. I really didn't. I just wanted to kill myself. And I'm pretty strong girl, woman, whatever you want to call
me
it.
too.
Yeah. And was extremely, extremely hard. Why? Because was a shock for me. I didn't see it coming. Was a shock. And I really felt like, someone came, someone stabbed me, and someone left me bleeding. But then, I woke up one morning and I said, Nina, you cannot live like that. Like, you cannot. So I needed to accept. I needed to acknowledge. And actually, I embraced what happened to me. And I said, listen, you're going to come out of this, stronger than ever. So I got help. That was the most powerful thing for me. So I said, this time I need help. I don't want to do it on my own. Right. And also I allow myself And I believe that's the most important when happen to anyone, to actually time to heal myself. Like, I didn't want to compare myself with anyone. Yeah, maybe someone needs 3 months, maybe someone 6 months. I didn't want to listen. I didn't want to compare. I said, if I'm going to need 3 years, I'm going to take this time. So that was the most important for me, to actually say, okay, Nina, you're going to do that. Let's do that. But in a deep way.
Yeah, because you can't compare yourself to someone else who's gone through it, because every situation is different. And just because somebody heals in 1 week, you know, you can't compare yourself. And it might take somebody else 5 years. I mean, there's some people out there who go through a breakup and then they never have another relationship ever again. So it's almost like, to me, like they never even got over it, you know? And I like to think that everybody will get over it. I mean, did you ask why yourself? Did you ask, I mean, was that a question for you? Why?
Every morning until August, every morning. Why?
Yeah.
I couldn't understand. Like, I really couldn't understand. But yeah, I want to say something. When I had my first painful breakup 15 years ago, I needed 4 years.
Whoa.
4 years. I was crying for 4 years. So I knew this time, I knew I'm going to suffer badly. That's why I was aware that I cannot do it again. Like, I don't have this time, you know. I was younger, and so this time I actually learned something from my first painful breakup. And yeah, I actually embrace it, this journey. I said, let's go deep, Nina. Let's see what's actually, you know, problem. Let's see what you have to improve. Because obviously in every relationship, you know, it's not just, oh, it was his fault or it was my fault. No. So I really needed to look into myself and ask myself what was actually wrong and what I could actually do better. And yeah, so but
It doesn't have to be anyone's fault, right?
No, but I blame myself. For a very long time, I blame myself. Like, I couldn't forgive myself. But now, today, I don't see that way anymore. Because now I know we were just not meant to be together. It was like impossible. We are just too different, you know? I would say, yeah, he's a great human being. I'm okay. But we just couldn't function together. But my biggest problem was, like you said, why? But then once I realized, actually, you know, that Nina, that was the best thing ever happened to you. Then that's when my healing actually started. I said, okay, Nina, you needed this in your life. Otherwise, I would never question myself. You know, I would go around believing I'm perfectly fine, but I was not fine. I was not fine since a very long time. From, as you know, you read my story, you know, that was not, so I was not okay. I really needed to heal my inner child.
Yeah, let's talk about what the difference was between the time when it took you 4 years to heal, and then this time it took you a shorter amount of time. What was the difference between those two times?
Okay, first time I was really in love with this person. I was really in love. And even that I was young, I believe, oh, I found the love of my life. So was this time, yes, I was in love, but differently, because if I look back now, I know that actually I accepted this relationship because I was looking for some sort of security. And this happened many, many times. So when I was very young, I didn't think about this, you know, I didn't have this fear or whatever, or I need someone to save me, or even though I'm extremely independent, I was still looking for this sense of security. And once I actually realized, Nina, until the day you're going to be completely independent, you're not going to be okay. You're not going to be happy with anyone. You're not going to succeed. You're not going to make it. So I promised myself, you don't need anyone. Yes, you are alone in this world, but that's okay, Nina. That's perfectly fine. You will make it.
And you are making it. And something you said to me before, you said independence equals power. What kind of power does that represent for you?
Yeah, because for me, I will tell you exactly how I felt. Every time I was complaining about my relationship, I don't know, I was talking to my mom or to my friends, I would say, Mom, I'm not happy. That's not what I want from a relationship, because I want deep love, or I want this connection. I want to be loved. But then I would say, but you know what? It's okay. I've got a beautiful flat. I work from home. It's okay, Mom. It's okay. I should appreciate. I need to be grateful. It's wrong and was wrong. I should walk away long time ago. And that's what I gain now. Like, I have this power that I don't need anyone. Like, I don't need, because I never asked for anything. Like, I never asked. It was just the feeling of security.
Right.
Now, just the feeling, it's not that, like, I don't know, he was paying or he was like, no, was just the feeling that, I had. But now I feel like, it's okay, Nina. It's okay. You are smart. You are capable. You can move the mountains.
Yes.
So you don't need anyone to just, give you this feeling of security.
So, okay, so let's address that. So you don't need anyone to fulfill that sense of security, because you have that independence and you have that clarity that you are fine on your own. But do you want someone? Do you want to be in a relationship, or are you just done with relationships?
No, of course not. No, my heart is so, my healing therapist, she would always say, Nina, your heart is so loving. It's so caring.
You do.
You have so much love to give. So no, of course, no. I mean, I knew that, but that was actually the biggest, when we broke up, that was my biggest struggle. I will never find anyone in my life. And I remember once, all this coaching, I had many coaches, I've done many group sessions, and we were talking, I don't know, maybe 6 of us. And so she asked, what's your biggest fear right now? And I said, I feel like that, I will always be alone. I will never find anyone. And she said, guys, can anyone imagine Nina would be alone?
Right.
like she was like, Nina, it's impossible for you to be alone.
Yeah.
So, I was like, yeah, maybe that's so. Then, I started to believe. And to be honest, so my first therapist, she asked me to date like a lot. And I was like, I don't want to see anyone. I don't want to meet anyone. I don't want to talk to anyone. Nina, please do it. So sometimes I had 2 dates per day. It was crazy. But I just, I was like, it was okay, but was not really my thing, but actually helped me to get out of bed, to put my makeup, to look okay. They were like, oh, you're such a beautiful girl. I was like, okay. So they actually gave me a bit of confidence, because I completely lost my confidence.
Right.
That was something, yes, that was the worst. So even now, sometimes I still feel like, I still need to rebuild my confidence. But so, yeah, that was a good thing, for example. I would suggest now everyone, even if you don't feel, because I know you don't want to go. You don't want to see anyone. You don't want to talk, but go. It's going to make you feel better.
I went through the same thing, and I had my acupuncturist. She said, you need to go out. And she wanted me to read these books and about dating. And I'm like, I don't want to date. I don't want to see anybody. I don't even want a man in my life. Did not want a man in my life, because I did not ever want to go through that again. I did not want, my heart couldn't take it.
No, I felt exactly the same, but you know, because I committed to this process, I committed to my therapy, you know, I said, okay, if she's asking me, obviously I will follow, you know, I was really committed. And that's what I want to say, you know, people, they say, oh, time will heal. Time will not heal. Time will not heal. Only actions will heal. So you have to take
So
actions.
you really believe that time won't heal, actions heal.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Like
So
time, it's not gonna do much.
right,
Because if I would
because you
stay,
could
if
be
I would
doing
stay
the
in
same
bed,
same wrong things over and over again, and you're going to have the same results, right? That's
Of
the
course.
definition of insanity, of doing the same things and expecting different results. So if you want different results, you're going to have to take action and do something different, right?
you have to, because you know, I could stay in bed, cry, and I would feel probably exactly the same like 1 year ago. But I knew I just have to, you know, take an action, and I really committed. Was like, you know, was like a full-time job. And to be honest, this whole pandemic was really blessing for me. Like, I know many people, they suffer, I know, but for me it was a blessing. Lockdown was the best thing ever happened to me. You know, when we finished the first one, I was like, I really hope for the second one. And now we're in the second one, lockdown. And I feel like that's what I need, and that's what I needed before, like time for myself. Because
So like the universe is taking care of us, right?
yes,
It's
yes.
it's you know, they're talking about this whole political reset, but you know, it might just be a humanistic reset. You know, humans all over the world have needed a reset, a kind of a reminder of what is important. And let's talk about that, because you know, you said something about, you know, that you were investing in yourself, and you know, the money that you spent to invest in yourself on this healing process. Somebody I just spoke with a couple episodes again, you know, it was her, you know, her whole message was, you know, you are your best investment. Because if you're not whole, it's hard to give to someone else. It's hard, and to me, this whole life is about giving to other people, helping other people be the best that they can be. And how can you do that if you are not good with yourself? It's hard. It's hard to, I mean, you can fake it till you make it. I do believe in that as well. But, you know, you can't fake your way through your entire life. You have to come to terms with yourself and to where you are, and then know where you want to be. Do you agree with that?
I couldn't agree more. I totally agree with that. And that's why uh, I spent a lot of money, but I knew this is going to be the best investment ever. But I exactly knew what I want. Like, I knew I want someone who's going to support me.
Yeah.
I actually found my passion again. I found my purpose. Because, you know, after, so I used to play tennis professionally. And when I quit my career, for me, it was very difficult to find the same passion in life. Almost impossible. I've been searching for that like 20 years now. I couldn't find it. And now in this process, now with all my mentors and coaches, and that just the feeling that I know I'm gonna transform people's life is just amazing. It's something that, you know, I was probably always looking for, and I found it. And you see, if this breakup wouldn't happen, I probably wouldn't choose that, you know, journey. Maybe yes, but I don't think so, you know? So it was
Yeah.
really good for me. Without this, yes, I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't be actually able to see deeper. But with all my, you know, courses, with all my, you know, coaches and mentors, I actually realized That's what I want to do. I want to help people.
How are you going to help people?
Oh, to be honest, I mean, I do healing work in London. So I have my studio, and I've been doing that for 6 years. So I help people already from like last 6. I work with energy. So that's what I do, healing work. But now I would like to take it to the next level.
Wonderful.
So yes, I'm actually, I've done now many courses. It's all about transformational process. So it's all about healing, how, you know, like traumas and stuff. And yesterday, actually, my energy healer, she said to me, you should work with addiction. You should work with addiction. And oh yeah, and actually my program that I started 3 years ago was all about sugar and food addiction. So now it's really everything coming together for me.
Wow.
Because I started 3 years ago my program, but then I never really launched it because I don't know, maybe I was not confident enough, maybe I didn't believe enough. Yeah. But now that's my aim, and I know in 6 weeks I'm gonna launch that. So
what are you launching?
You know,
Tell us what you're launching.
Yeah, it's Bomino. It's body, mind, nutrition.
Wait, body, mind,
nutrition. It's all about the balanced lifestyle because mostly I work with very stressful people. So, you know, in London, maybe now a bit less, but, you know, before people were extremely stressed. And, you know, breaks my heart when I see someone coming to me and, you know, being on the phone, being so stressed, being so, you know, living the future, not being present, breaks my heart. That's how I actually, you know, started all this process. Like, oh, I want to help people to find this balance in life. And now it's all coming together. I really hope so. I don't know.
So balance. You're helping people find balance. I love that because you know, it's always that, you know, work-life balance or, you know, kids and husband balance and everything's all about balance. We want balance in our lives, but what does balance mean? Does it mean something for everybody? I mean, is something different for everybody?
No, I will from my experience. I'm extremely active person. And I would always say, I don't know anyone who's got more energy than I have. And sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's not. Because it's not. I can be too much for most of the people. So I needed to bring this down as well a bit. But so I was always extremely busy. I was always rushing. And then I decided 3 years ago, I don't want any stress in my life. Enough.
No stress, no drama, right?
No, I have no stress. I never wake up with alarm, but I decided, I know it's maybe now I'm saying this, you know, if you work, I don't know, in a city, you need to wake up 6 in the morning. Yes, you need alarm, but that's your choice, you know? So I decided I don't need this. I don't want this. So my day is really calm. My boyfriend will say, peace and love.
Peace and love. You know, and that's all any of us want. So we need to wrap it up. But before we wrap it up, I want everyone to know that we're going to have you back on the show because you talked about playing tennis. And we're going to make another show out of that because that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, I just decided.
Okay.
Is that okay with you?
Yeah, it's okay. It's another painful story, and I believe, you're right. We should share.
Because it deserves a show on its own, and I think it's another breakthrough that there are some women out there that need to hear that story. But first of all, you're in London, England, and how do people find your healing services? And then there's Bomino. Body,
mind, nutrition.
Body, mind, and nutrition. So is it bomino.com?
Yeah, bominu.com.
BOMINU.com.
Correct.
All right, so before we leave, I want to know, do you have any tips or advice for women who are going through that breakup? You know, a lot of people have gone through a business breakup because, you know, of COVID, but their personal breakups as well. What words of wisdom can you give them so it doesn't take them 4 years? So it takes them maybe 4 months. Not that it will, you know, condense it, but it might help.
As I mentioned before, they have to accept. That's the first step. You know, you have to accept, and then time, and then I would say self-love, loads. You really need to give yourself a lot of love because you have within you. We have all this unconditional love within us. So you have to find this. This is, that was for me crucial. And then I would say find help, find support. Don't be alone.
Don't do it on your own.
No. Like, please, even if I can help you, I'm more than happy to talk to anyone, you know, because I know how much meant for me when I was in that, you know. So I joined some groups. I found some, you know, I would say friends. Even now we still talk. And, you know, now when they see me, it's so nice to see on my Facebook, Nina, I'm so glad to see you happy.
Yeah.
So I would
happiness is underrated.
Yeah, happy. We can talk about happiness next time because it's, you know.
Yes, happiness is underrated. And I just want to thank you so much for being so transparent. And I know we didn't get to a lot of details, but the general, you know, healing process and what you've been through, and, you know, these tips for acceptance, time, self-love. I think self-love is huge, and it comes up during almost every one of my episodes. It's crazy how it just comes up when it comes to nutrition, mind, body, spirit, nutrition. It's all about self-love. When you have self-love and you have self-worth, you don't put up with the junk out there, and you want what's best for yourself.
You're not looking for validation anymore, and you're not looking for acceptance anymore.
Thank you. No, you're not looking for validation, and you're not looking for acceptance, because you said something in your story. We are all born pure.
Yes.
Without any self-beliefs. And
yes.
I want to leave that thought with the viewers today. We are all born pure without any self-beliefs, and those self-beliefs are created, and sometimes they're wrong and sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're validated and sometimes they're not validated, and it all comes down to that self-love and accepting yourself, and, you know, your self-validation every day. When you wake up in the morning, you look in that mirror and I love you, right?
Yes, that's what I say to myself. I love you.
That's great. Well, Nina,
Yeah.
you are a light and a treasure, and just you know, a rainbow after the rain. And I just really appreciate you being here today. And we're going to have you back on the show again, and we'll have to figure out when we're going to do that. But thank you so much. And ladies out there, yes, women have needs too. Right now, it's time for a breakthrough. So please, you contact Nina. If you need to get her contact information, contact me, womenhaveneedstoo.com. Also, get your t-shirts there, womenhaveneedstoo.com. Great Christmas gifts. And Nina, you're going to get one in the mail all the way in London.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
All right.
And
well,
I really hope, what I hope that, you know, we actually today gave hope to someone that there is a light at the end. So.
We've both been through similar breakups, and, you know, there is life after breakups. I mean, we're living proof.
Yeah.
We're living proof.
Oh yeah, and it's even better. So, you know, but before you actually, you know, close this story or chapter, you cannot actually experience anything better. So, but it's better.
Yes, yes. Well, thank you so much. Much love out to you in London.
Bye.
Thank you so
Bye
much.
from London.
Have a great day,
my
everybody.
Pleasure.